Innovation and decentralization in energy sector. Blockchain's role in renewables.
Let me introduce you to the crowd first. This is Aymen Soufi, the Strategic Director at SunContract. There's not many I would allow to have my microphone, but you can take it away, Aymen.
Thank you very much. Hello, everyone, and thank you for coming today. My name is Aymen. I'm a Strategic Director at SunContract, and today I'm going to talk to you about something. How many of you are married already? Okay, I see few of you. Okay, I'm not married, but I know quite few things about marriage. I know that in a marriage, 1 + 1 needs to be equal more than 2. So we need to create more value if we team up together. And this also applies to a financial system when two companies merge or whatever. They need to create synergy between themselves. So today, I'm not going to talk about human marriage, but I'm going to talk about blockchain and renewable energy marriage. So, yeah. First of all, let me talk to you about the traditional system now, how it works. In a traditional system, there is a utility company that buys energy from producers and sells back to the consumers. In the whole process, I'm sure that everyone, the majority at least, is paying electricity bills, right? Yeah. So do you get to negotiate the price of your electricity? Obviously, no. Do you know from where it is coming from? Like, is it nuclear? Is it renewable? What exactly? You don't know. You just buy you just receive the bill, and you pay the electricity. Yeah, that's the traditional model here. That creates some kind of opacity in the system, and it creates also some dependence to one single point of failure. And yeah, and the concept of decentralization here is not something that we can talk about in the traditional system. But luckily, we got the blockchain. And the blockchain gave us a new opportunity to rethink the energy sector, in a sense that we do no longer need a utility bill that comes, a utility company that sits between the consumer and producers, but producers can directly trade with the consumers directly. The utility company just do the settlement, and that's it. What this brings to us is that we have real-time tracking of transaction on the blockchain. You know that in the blockchain, everything is visible. You can double-check everything. And yeah, it creates some sort of decentralization in a sense that anybody can be a producer and sell it to any consumer also. Yeah. Also, the blockchain is borderless. We don't have any borders in the blockchain. That's why we can, using the blockchain, we can introduce the concept of cross-border peer-to-peer energy trading. It means that it can be done between countries, between individuals that are living in two separate countries. I will give you an example later on. Yeah. So the concept of peer-to-peer, there were in the world many of attempts to do peer-to-peer trading, but the majority of them are in a small scale, in a village or in a small town. But SunContract managed to do this on a national scale in Slovenia. And the idea is simple. I produce energy. For me, I need to own this energy. I need to be free to do whatever I want with it. So, on the platform, the peer-to-peer energy trading platform, you can sell your energy and you decide the price. Let's say I have 100 megawatt of excess energy, for example. I want to sell it. I want to sell it at 100 euro. And some customers, they will spot this. If they like the price, they will buy it. Also, if you are a customer now, you can say, okay, the energy prices are very volatile. I need to secure my consumption for the next month, 6 months, up to 3 years in advance. You can just go to the platform and you buy your energy at a prefixed price for the next period that you want to have. Yeah. Yeah. And here is an example, a use case example of a company, a Japanese actually multinational, implemented in Slovenia, and they have 2 factories. And 2 factories, one factory is one city, and another factory is in another city. And both of them like far from each other, like 50 kilometers. So they installed solar panels on the roof of one factory, and they consume the energy there, and the excess, they consume it in real time in another factory, in another city. And this is not only applicable to industry, even individual. For example, in Slovenia, they have 100,000 people. They own summer houses in Croatia, the neighbor country. There's a lot of sun, good beaches, and all of this. So they install solar panels on the roof of their summer houses in Croatia, and they consume the energy in real time in Slovenia, just thanks to this cross-border peer-to-peer brought by the blockchain. Okay, now blockchain does not only give us the ability to freely manage our energy. It gives us also another opportunity. Now look at this beast. It makes me remember the concept of computers. Back in the days, computers were in the size of like of a room. And putting a computer on a desk was like science fiction. So imagine with me if this beast can fit in your smartphone. And this is actually happened already a week ago, and through the concept of tokenization of real-world assets. Now, just a few words about the tokenization in general. My fellow panelists went through this, so I'm not going to repeat it. So I'll just give you 3 points. The concept of tokenization gives us the opportunity to fractionalize ownership. For example, you don't need to buy a building. You just need to buy a fraction of the buildings, and you receive revenue from it. That's exactly what happening with those real-world solar panels. So a week ago, a platform was launched for the tokenization of real-world solar panels, and the holder of the NFT is entitled to all the benefit from the underlying solar panel. And when I say all the benefit, it can be 2 things. It can be revenue, and also it can be actual energy. So if the user is living in a country where SunContract is an electricity provider, for example, now Slovenia, Estonia, or Croatia, he can use the energy in his house. Let's say, for example, you live in an apartment in Slovenia. You cannot install physical solar panels because you live in an apartment, right? So you just buy those NFTs, and boom, you consume it in your house. You consume the energy in your house. If you don't live in a country where SunContract is electricity provider, you can still buy those NFTs, and the energy produced by the underlying solar panel is sold in the peer-to-peer energy trading platform. You see here the synergy between 2 platforms that is created through blockchain, and the revenue is put in your wallet. So as simple as that. My problem with this concept is that the picture on the NFTs, the picture of the NFTs is like boring. They are boring, okay. They are showing solar panels. So we thought, why not, okay, since we have the blockchain and everything is crazy on the blockchain, why don't we do something crazy? For this, we decided to create a comic book that represents the story of Vishnia, where the solar panels are installed, but also represents the identity of SunContract, this disruptive identity, this David against Goliath. This is the new versus the established. A comic book was created for this, I mean, in the process. And those, what you see, the characters are from the comic book. So the idea here is that each holder of the NFT not only receives the benefit of the the underlying solar panel, but also he will be the owner of part of the story. And the story will never be released No one will know the story. We will not release it in public. Community need to work for it. They need to create forums, they need to create websites, they need to create Discord channels so that they put their NFT next to each other and try to come up with what is the story, what comes next. So that's the whole idea. And this can later on be gamified because, okay, I also was an investment banker before going into video games and now on the blockchain. So I like video games. And this concept can be gamified. So imagine with me, I'm just thinking, imagine we have a game where a good robot fighting against bad robots. But the robots needs energy. So you have to plug in your NFT in your robot so that he can charge and you can fight with it. But oh, today is raining. I don't have enough energy for my robot. So that's why you need, for example, another NFT to plug it in your robot, and you can fight with it and earn from it. And that's the beauty of the blockchain in the renewable energy. Thank you very much. If you have any question, please scan my QR code and shoot me a message on LinkedIn. Thank you very much.